and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day, and if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Queen of Wands. And I have to say that I think that's a little bit of an interesting synchronicity and a sign, because Sully never sits on this table. And for whatever reason, he decided he wanted to today. And then we have the Cat and the Queen of Wands card, which is actually a black cat in most of the traditional tarot cards. We have Justice. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the Magician. Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Oh, and interestingly enough, I don't know if you all can see, but my teacup also has a black cat on it. So you all may want to look up the meaning of black cats and don't go with the traditional, they're bad luck, that's BS. There's a lot of spiritual meanings to black cats that are really positive. I would take a look at those because those are the ones that are more accurate. You may find an additional meaning there. Okay, so with the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands being on either side of the Justice card, I am getting a little bit of working on balancing energies. Balancing, Sully, your tail's in the way, buddy. Balancing energies between the Queen of Wands, who is somebody who's more action-oriented, who sometimes can charge ahead, maybe even a bit too quickly. Someone who follows their curiosity and their creativity. And it's interesting because we just did a reading on the lesson of the sunflower, and there's sunflowers in this card. So we want to make sure that we aren't switching directions too quickly or too frequently to where we're losing our consistency. But it is good to be adaptable. And then with the Ace of Cups has to do with an overflow of emotion. The Ace of Cups has to do with feelings. And so we want to make sure that we're aligning our passions with our deepest feelings, and we are making sure that we are aligning those two energies and that we are moving forward with them in alignment. And it's interesting because the Chariot and the Justice card are two cards of balance, but the Justice card has more to do with making decisions, and the Chariot has more to do with taking action. And so I'm seeing too that you want to make sure that you're balancing your actions and your planning so that you are moving forward at the right times and you are moving forward in a way where you're managing your time very well. And then we have the Magician, which is all about illusions, but is also about manifestation. And so making sure that your manifestations are in line, again, with your highest self and taking those actions and planning steps forward. I'm seeing that there's going to be new opportunities coming in. You all are stepping into a new major chapter. And so with that being said, new energies are being asked to be let in at this time. You may also need to be doing a bit of spring cleaning in the sense that you need to continue on your journey of cleansing your spiritual being, getting rid of all the noise that's in your head, kind of taking that time to get grounded, taking that time to connect with your higher self and your guides and yourself, and taking a lot of time for self-care because you're wanting to close out the last bits of those previous cycles, because this new chapter is going to be big energy. There's going to be a lot of opportunities, and you are going to be setting yourself up for the life that you want to live. So you also want to make sure you're getting very clear at this time about what it is that you want to manifest. So let's just get a couple more cards here. That's probably too many cards. That's way too many cards. but I will take the 2 that I took from splitting the deck. So we have the 3 of Swords and we have the Lovers. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 11-11 card, the Tower, the Hermit, and we have the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing that there's some healing that needs to be done in terms of relationships. You may be holding on to some past emotions, past thought processes, negative things in terms of past relationships. And it may be causing a bit of chaos in your life, a little bit of confusion. You may be worried that you're never going to find your soulmate or the person you're meant to be with. You may be feeling kind of lonely at this time. And you're being asked to allow these emotions to come and go, work through them, don't suppress them. And that's going to set you on the correct path, because there's some major changes that need to happen in terms of your relationships and some inward looking that we need to do and work that needs to be done in terms of our decisions when it comes to relationships, because our previous partners or our previous friendships or the way that we viewed relationships in the past is not in alignment with our 10 of Pentacles energy. Now, this could have to do with you more than any other person, in the sense that maybe you have a tendency not to be your most authentic self in relationships. So make sure you're looking at it as a whole, not just the pieces, and you're looking at it from a broad perspective of this could be any aspect of relationships, not just a singular thing. The other thing I'm hearing is that you need to learn how to protect your energy a little bit better here. And that is in regards to the way that you handle your energy and the way you give it to someone else, but also protecting your space and your mind from the influences of other people. And so some of the ways you can do that is by cleansing your space regularly. You can do that with things like burning sage or incense, using salt or salt water. Some people do it with music. There's certain frequencies that are supposed to activate certain energies. Some people do it with like bells or certain instruments and things that make certain ringing sounds. And so make sure you're cleansing your space, because you may have some of this residual energy left over from different things in your space. And this gets down to the spring cleaning thing. Get rid of anything that no longer brings you joy, no longer brings you positive emotions. If you need a couple new outfits to bring in a fresh energy for yourself, do that. Or if you need to get your hair cut, go get your hair cut. Do things that are going to infuse that new energy and get rid of some of this old energy. If you have things lying around your house that you don't use anymore, donate them, sell them, get rid of them, throw them out, whatever you are looking to do with those particular items. But it's time to release the things that are old, release the things that are part of previous lifestyles and lifetimes that aren't serving you, and release that energy so that new things can come in. And you want to make sure that you're aligning yourself with your 10 of Pentacles energy so that you're manifesting your 10 of Pentacles in alignment, because your manifestations are very heightened at this time. And so you want to make sure that you are very specific. All right, your affirmation for this reading is I am aligning with my 10 of Pentacles energy and releasing that which is no longer serving me. When it comes to protecting your space, there's numerous ways you can do this, but some of the easiest ways, especially if you are a beginner, is to start with physical items. Putting high vibrational crystals in the major 4 corners of your house can help protect the energy of your house. Selenite is a really good crystal for that. because it's one of the few that charges itself. It's a high vibrational crystal and it has the ability to charge other crystals. But because it charges itself, you don't have to worry about having to maintain it as much. The other thing that you can do is you can put salt across all your doorways and your windows, and that will help protect the energy coming in and out of windows and doors. Just make sure that when you are cleansing your house and when you are protecting it, make sure that you have your intentions very clear and you say out loud the things that you're rejecting, what energies and things you're rejecting. So if you're rejecting stagnant energy, if you're rejecting negative energy, those things, but make sure you're also stating what you are accepting, because remember, the law of the universe says we have free will, which means that neither negative or positive energy can influence us without our permission. And so make sure you're clear about the energies that you're rejecting and the energies that you are accepting. And then as far as protecting your house, you want to do the same. Make sure that you are stating what is allowed to enter your house and get very specific with it, down to the people who come in and out of your house, what the protection on your house is meant to do. Make sure that you are also stating that even if, let's say you're using salt and that is the way that you're going to protect the house. Well, salt obviously is going to, get knocked away eventually. So you would want to make sure you put some sort of stipulation there that even when the line is broken or even when the salt is removed, the barrier remains. And you want to make sure that when you're protecting your spaces, that you are being clear on that energy that you're allowing in and that you're rejecting, not only for the sake of you and your energy, but also you want to make sure that the energy doesn't stagnate in your house, because that can get very confusing for people and it can demotivate you, it can make you tired and those types of things. So just a little, spiritual guidance with that today. All right, so as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.